a lot. I can't stop. Like, don't you in front of me?
Hey guys, welcome back to NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren. Today we're going to be doing Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition episode. We're up to episode 8.
7.
7?
8.
Okay, I figured it was 8. Yeah. Alright, so episode 8. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the episode as well. This one was a little heavy on the emotional side, so we're going to get into it. We're going to start with Jessica Dime and Sean. So in this episode, again, they didn't really have too much drama, which they never really do, because we always say they're pretty much a solid couple. This episode, they had to go into a beehive or a beekeeping to get honey for some drinks that they were making. That was their exercise.
It was dumb.
It was, but I saw the purpose from at the end when they said that they gave everybody envelopes, and it was the person, you know, who said that they would take on the challenge for the day or they wouldn't take it on. Is kind of seeing like how the person kind of holds each other's back a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I got it at the end. But with Jessica and him, she went in to get the honey out of there for, you know, the drinks that they were making. So again, like
she decided to do it, right?
She decided to do it.
So
yeah.
I think that was just very telling of her. This maintaining Sean.
Yeah, that's what they
sure
were saying.
She's always taking
mm-hmm.
the L.
The person who took it on themselves, they were saying that a lot. Even, you know, Tammy also did the same thing. She took it on herself. You know, the doctor let all of them know at the end, like, don't be so quick to kind of, you know, always be there for others and then forget about yourself.
See, I felt like when they were going in, I'm like, they probably picked them because I can't see Waka Flocka or Sean fitting in that little ass bee suit. Like, it didn't seem like didn't have enough room.
I was trying to figure out the logic for it, but I got it at the end when they talked about the envelopes and stuff. So that was interesting with her, you know, always feeling, you know, she has to defend him or she has to take care of him. Mm-hmm. In that type of way. But again, they're cute. They didn't have anything really going on this episode. And so
I thought even though she took it on, like, she doesn't give him a chance to even take the shit on. Like, I'll do it.
I think he's kind of like, all right. Like, he don't want no smoke with her, really. You can tell he doesn't really, he's not argumentative. Even though she says he takes charge a lot.
Great quality.
Yeah, even though she says, you know, in a relationship, he's very, you know, domineering. I think that's, for some way, that works for them. And I don't know. It just looks like it works. So he looks like he can be domineering, but at the same time, he allows her to just be, you know, he likes the traditional role, it seems like, of the man and the woman, and you're more docile, I'm more, you know, domineering. But then, you know, we see from movies back in the day that the woman really was the one who held everything together.
Old, like, Caribbean church folk joke. They used to laugh so hard. Like, we done heard it like 50 times. It was like, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. Like, we done heard that shit like 40 times. Yeah. So maybe Jessica Dime is the neck, okay? And Sean is the head.
They something, but they work.
Yeah.
So next we're going to do Lil Fizz, aka Drew. So Lil Fizz and Tiffany, they are annoying. I'm sorry to say. I find more him. Like I said, he just irritates me.
You still mad at
Yes,
Drew?
because even now he feels the need to even be more of an asshole. And it's like, what did this girl do to you so bad that you have to just blatantly be an asshole? Like, what? I don't understand. Okay, you don't want to be with her, or she doesn't want to be, whatever the case may be. Why do you have to be an asshole like that to her?
I don't think he's being an asshole.
I do.
I don't think he is. What is he doing to her?
The way every 5 minutes he feels like they ask him a question and he has to answer it in the most pig-headed way instead of saying something just simple. Like when the was it the judge that was talking to him at the end, and she was like, well, you'd rather, what'd she say? You'd rather protect yourself,
your image,
or something. And he goes, like, you don't have to say it like that. That's not necessary. He's not, but at the same time, I wouldn't.
If somebody would ask you that question about your ex right now, would you rather protect your image or your relationship with Tom? You'd be like, my image, because it's not my man.
But it would be different. I would answer it in a different way if this person didn't treat me in a horrible way. I wouldn't answer it in such a pig-headed way, because I would still think of how it would come off or how it would seem to the person that I did at one point have something with. So I wouldn't answer it I wouldn't be an asshole like that. Like, that's not necessary. That's just how I feel about it.
I think he's being childish, and I think that because I think I would feel differently about it if I saw her really getting emotional or mad about it. She seems like whatever tears we see from her, I think it's from her own personal issues. And if she's crying about a relationship, it's the one she secretly has at home. And I speculated on that from episode 1.
Yeah.
That I felt like she came to the house and she has a man, and Tammy told on her this episode.
Yeah, they did say that
she's
she
a
had a
whole nigga at home. Because if you are truly single or still considering your relationship, she wouldn't be that cutthroat about, like, don't touch me. She's acting, she's too hard. I think she just knows that there's someone at home that's going to watch it, and she wants to make sure that she comes out on the right side of that. So, yeah. And I think that, you know, him protecting his image, because I think that even though he doesn't want to be with her, him knowing that she has a man at home, he's flexing a little bit. Like,
but isn't
like,
your
you ain't
image
playing me,
to be a
I don't
ladies'
care
man?
about you.
Isn't that supposed to be your image, that you're a ladies' man, that you're a finesser, that you're a this?
I still think he is that.
I think
that he is very female friendly. You see, he has a lot of female friends. Amarion's baby mama is one of his close friends. Nia is his close friend, and you see, this episode, we came in off the debacle with Soulja Boy and Nia, which we'll get more into later.
Right.
But what we did see is, following that blow up, Fizz didn't care about Soulja getting mad. He brought her a blanket, and he made sure she was good. I think he's a nice guy. I think that he's just
an asshole.
He gives up on relationships. I feel like he gives up on relationships too easily. Like, you know, it's like, let me get you before you get me.
He thinks about the fantasy too hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
He fantasizes about, you know, people, and when he realizes that they are just regular humans, it's kind of like, oh, you fucked it up. Yeah. And then he's done. So, yeah, he definitely needs to figure out some shit with himself, too.
Remember that first troll-faced girl he had on the first?
Yes.
What was her name? Amanda or something like that?
I think it was Amanda.
And she was cheating on him, and he hung tough with her for a while because he really cared about her. So I think it's when someone I don't think Drew is an asshole. I don't. I think that he is, again, putting on for the cameras, trying to make because this is a job for him. He's getting a check behind it. He can't sit there and be like, okay, Tiffany, you're great. I'm so mature, because that's not a show. And because they're not really in a relationship, I think he also is trying to save face. Like, I don't know what you're saying in them confessionals, so let me get you before you get me. I think that's his thing. Is like, you're not going to hurt me. I'm going to hurt you first.
He's still a jerk.
So if he feels like he's in danger, then he, like, make sure that you're
well, figure your shit out. Leave people's children alone. Okay?
Leave children. Oh,
yes.
Daughters.
Yes. People leave people's daughters alone. Go be an asshole and figure yourself out and leave people alone. If you want to smash, say, this is what it is, I want to smash. Don't be whining and dining, bitches, and then get mad when they start getting feelings. Stop doing that.
I don't think they were ever together, personally. I think that they were,
I think they had
mission. They had sex. And I think it was a mission for Tiffany to piss Moniece, his baby mother, off. And I think that Drew, he's attractive guy. I can see that maybe she started liking him and thought it would... but he has said for a few years now that he didn't want to be in a relationship. He told the whole world that.
I definitely think he fed into it with her. But in front of the cameras, ladies, I think he said something. If a man tells
you he doesn't want to be in a relationship, you can't keep pushing, because you're just going to end up hurt. Like, I've seen it happen too many times. So if anyone moving forward who gets in a relationship with Drew, he doesn't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, so don't try.
So don't even start it up. And
get your piece and run. Okay? Hop on, hop off.
So yeah, that's Drew and Tiffany. The non-existent, fake-ass relationship.
Yeah, this is definitely fake.
Yeah.
But her feelings and her emotions,
she don't care about shit
real.
He says.
I'm talking about her.
Towards him?
No, just herself.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah.
She definitely
that
is emotional.
That shit is real. She's definitely, she realized that she was like, I realized that I am broken.
I don't think she gives a fuck what he's talking about, though. Not really. Except for just having it be another failed relationship that she's like, but I don't think that she's really like, oh, you don't care about me. I don't think so.
Yes. Well.
And you know, being in a therapeutic setting might just make your emotions like raw. Like, oh, I never thought about how my mom never hugged me, and then you just start getting emo about everything.
It brings out a lot of bottled up things, right? Like, that you haven't
sensitive. So
yeah, that's true. But we'll see. I think they only got like 3 more days in the house. I don't know how many more episodes they're gonna squeeze out of that, but we already know they're not together because she already pregnant. She probably already about to give birth.
She was with that nigga during
the
show.
So she'll probably be giving birth at the reunion.
It's good for her because I mean, for her to get pregnant this quick. Well, let's hope that she's doing for a while.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Because you don't want that in your broken state.
No.
It's not.
Maybe it was pregnancy hormones. I'm still coming back to that. How? Oh, you said it was long ago, right?
Yeah, she's not an elephant.
Yeah. I keep thinking like it was like.
They said it was like 2 years,
ago.
which I don't understand. Why they filmed something 2 years ago and then now put it out? Like,
yeah.
What
I would
was
think
that
would
about?
Their ratings where everybody starts moving on and talking.
I would have forgot I did the damn show. Like, what did we talk about on that show? That's why probably Lil Mo is the way she is now on social media because
she is a sad case.
She is. Is she?
Is that what we're talking about now?
No, we're talking about
Waka
Tammy and Waka. We're gonna get back to Lil Mo. Okay, so Tammy and Waka, they really didn't have nothing either. These are couples. They really.
Those are real couples.
Yeah. Well, two out of the 3 we just mentioned. Yeah, Tammy and Waka really didn't have much going on. For the Beehive, Tammy was the one that went in, and we saw in the confessional that she was the one that took on the challenge for the day with the envelope that they gave her. And like I said before, the doctor was saying, you know, don't be so much about him. He was like, that's reverse psychology, Waka. He was trying to shut that shit down. But he knew the doctor was right, that she's so worried about trying to make him happy and make him see like, see, I'm a writer, I'm here for you, I'm this, I'm that. She does want that from him, and you can see that she wants to keep reminding him that she is down for him, that she is there for him, that she is his writer. And Tammy, that's still not gonna make him not cheat. He's still gonna cheat. I mean, I don't know if that's
make you more mad when he cheats.
Yeah, like he's still gonna cheat until he's ready to stop all the way.
I'm not a once a cheater, always a cheater type of person, but I feel like whenever a cheater stops, it has positively nothing to do with you.
I do agree with that.
It's a personal choice to say, I'm tired of that. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the person they're with.
It doesn't, because you see these men that cheat, or people in general, it's usually they have a good person,
sexy,
in their background,
beautiful, docile, whatever the heck y'all say y'all want.
Right.
Y'all have all of that.
Have good head on their shoulders, take care of your children, take care of your household, do all this stuff for you, but yet still, and then we see it in reverse too with men. Usually, you know, it's women who cheat on them. It's usually guys who are, you know, fairly decent. So it's when they are ready to stop cheating, like she said, it has nothing to do with you and who you are. And they don't cheat. Them cheating still has nothing to do with you either. So no matter how much you go so hard, if they want to cheat, they're going to cheat.
Yeah.
That's how that is. And I think that is how it is with Waka. If Waka wants to cheat, he's going to cheat.
I think he ties his manhood to the ability to womanize.
And he said that. He said it makes me feel manly.
So when he's being monogamous, he might start to feel like a bitch a little bit. Like,
yeah.
Yo, man,
and then he talks about how his sex drive is through the roof. Tammy says that too, that his sex drive is out of this world. So I think when he does go out of town or anything like that, she gets very nervous, because she knows that he has such. She feels, you know, that she's not enough.
Yeah.
And Tammy's a beautiful woman, so it has nothing to do with her.
Right.
It's all him and what he wants to do. No matter how much you try to play a rider, he gonna do what he want to do. Whether you go in them damn bees and get you his honey, he's still gonna find.
It wasn't even as serious. The way they were like there's like 20 bees in there.
Yeah.
You got on a whole.
And they done zipped your ass up tight. So y'all, nobody was. I mean, I understand the anxiety part.
When they first did their hand, I thought they were gonna have to like scrape the honeycomb.
Yeah.
It was like a jar. Like sit down. Like they were doing too much.
I understand maybe the anxiety part of it, but yeah, y'all wasn't in no damn danger. danger.
No.
Anyway.
Them 20 bees.
But Tammy got his honey, and they drink. So, yeah, they really didn't have nothing going on in this episode either. So next we're gonna get to the two couples who, you know, always is on the shit list of stuff.
This is the official shit list as follows.
Yes, what the hell? So we're gonna start with
toxicity.
Carl and Lil Mo. Carl, you could tell he finesses and manipulates the shit out of the situation, and she just sits there and lets him, and knows that he's full of shit. Like, Mo, you know he's full of shit, because even with that whole
I was so disgusted.
She was just sitting there like doing her little, like she knows that
I think she loves it. She loves it. Even though she wants something real, she settled for this.
Right.
And he knew he had to do all of this for the castmates because he embarrassed her. And the castmates started judging Mo like, oh, she act like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah, because they were like, what's it? She seemed like she all right. Everybody else was like, I would be turning shit down in this household for 10 days.
Right.
You couldn't keep your shit in check. Like, you couldn't keep it together and not be out here for like 10 days, my nigga. Like 10?
No.
So,
at the very least, I just would have left the house. Like, I'm not playing with you.
I wouldn't have left the house because I would have messed up my check. I probably would have slept in a different room.
You're emotional like that, and then you're just like, no. Think about it. Someone you really love, who is your husband, FaceTime a bitch while you guys are working. It's work, right?
It is. That's what I'm saying.
And now the next day you gotta wake up and go in a fucking beehive. I'm not gonna be emotional. I'm not gonna be like present. I'm gonna be like, I'm not going to fucking beehive. Get out of my face and don't you come near me. I'm gonna be looking for him like, stay.
Yeah. I definitely would be doing that. I ain't leaving though, because I'm still gonna get my check. But I will make you miserable in that household. I'll make you. You would have to leave before I leave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just how it would
He
go.
couldn't be in my space because I would just. When you just get mad, you get to thinking.
Right, because the check is based off of me.
You get to thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up on him with a fucking toaster or something. It's
true, especially if your mind ain't right. Sometimes you just sit there. Sometimes, like even at work, and you know some shit don't go right, you just be sitting there and you hit your boss with the, I'm gonna be right back. Let me tell y'all a story. One time, this is how your mind works when you're a woman, and you just know, like, why do I put myself through this shit? I was with a guy, and we were at his house, and then the morning I had to go to work. I went outside, my tire was flat. I was convinced that it was his ex-bitch that did that to my tire. So I called him out. He came out. He switched the tire out. He put the, what is it, the dummy tire? The spare tire. Put the spare tire on. He took my tire in his, he had a pickup truck at the time. He took my tire and he said, all right, I'm going to go get it fixed, patched, or whatever. I was like, okay. So then I went to work, and then I got to thinking, like, you only been in this apartment for a few months. How does this bitch know where you live? Because you wasn't in this apartment originally. So, you know, when your mind gets to going, and I remember I said to my boss, and I'm like, I'll be back. I went outside and I called him, and I'm like, where's my tire? I could have bought myself a new tire. It wasn't about the tire. And he was like, I'm going to fix the tire. I got the tire. I was like, where's my tire? I was like, I'm coming to your job. I'm not at that location. He was in construction. When I went to the location, the pickup truck was at the location. So now at that time, I worked, I had on heels. I had on heels and I had on the slacks. Like, I was dressed up. I went and climbed the back of that pickup truck to grab my tire out the back. His coworker.
Tire?
Yes. Why? I don't know.
I'm thinking you wanted him to replace your shit. You went and got your toe up tire.
I did, because he had it, and I wanted that shit back because I was like, fuck you. So his coworkers are all standing outside with like their material. They were standing there like is this bitch in the now mind you, I had to like, because it's a pickup truck, so I had to like fling my leg over. I done fell in a it was a mess. And then I got the tire and I'm rolling it down the street with my heels on. But then in your mind, I'm like, I could have just bought a new tire. But it's the things that these people make you go through and the things that they make you think.
You ain't think about no check. Your husband just FaceTime a bitch and said, tell me you love me. I'm going to be sitting there. I'm going to be like, Mom. I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
And if he even in that space, you can't be around someone who hurts you. Because
you can't.
If they crack a smile, like, oh, you laughing?
Right.
You're laughing. You're enjoying yourself. Like, they couldn't even breathe too hard. Like, see, like, hold your fucking breath.
That is true. And that's
I need you to be miserable.
Like, I know you don't be in your right mind. Everybody's mind is different. But it's just sometimes the shit just.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't stay there.
whole no mo situation.
They wouldn't want me there the way I would have acted
Yeah.
anyway. They'd have been like, oh no.
I would have got kicked out.
Yeah,
I would have left on those terms. If you kicked me out, I still did my contract. So the fact that So if you kick me out, I'm still good. So yeah, I would have went to blows. No, abuse is wrong. Don't hit. But he would have had to feel something because what he did to her, and then the way he kept like mushing it on and the kissing and the hugging and that was, and I'm sure it's hot.
Very, when he went in that beekeeper thing, I would have shut that fucking door.
Yes.
Like, you ain't coming out. Who was on the fucking FaceTime? Sure, I would have shook that shit out.
I would have too. Kicking that shit like, get his ass, I would have ran to the beekeeper struck like, give me some more fucking mace.
Right? Put some more in them
Turn that shit all over. Like, you would have been beat out in that bitch. Till I find out who the hell was on that FaceTime, Carl. And even his apology, he's sitting there like, I just want to say, like when the judge came out at the end, he's like, I just want to say publicly, you know, what did he say? He threw what was the word he used? Some stupid shit he said. Something like that. And
I think that's what he meant to say. Whatever he said.
Yeah, he said something else. I threw a flag on the plate.
You're
a glitch in the system. That's what he said. I threw a glitch in the system. Like, Carl, shut the...
Spell glitch.
Yeah. Spell system, boy. Because we know damn well you don't know how to do any of it.
Oh, God.
I threw a glitch in the system. And so even like when they went to the confessional and Jessica Don was like, that nigga is capping. Like, she knew he was so full of shit.
I think every woman in the room and in the viewing audience was like,
shut that shit up. Because you about to be right back on this FaceTime as soon as we leave this house.
He probably, when that show aired Thursday night, he probably turned around and called the bitch who was on the FaceTime, was like, you know, I didn't mean that. You know what my situation is. You know, I threw a glitch in our system. Tell me you
love me. I love you.
Mo,
yes.
I feel sorry for you. You're in a vicious cycle of toxicity.
And it seems like you do this quite often.
You know he doesn't care about you. It's all self-serving. I didn't really think that the first few episodes. I was like, okay, you know, they seem like they're okay. I didn't know the backstory, but I still don't even know some of the past Twitter shit has gone on between them and all of that. Yeah. All I know is what I've seen on the show, and I hate it. Yeah. That's why she ain't got no friends, because no real friend is going to watch you go through that.
And she doesn't like real friends, because when somebody sits there and actually tells her about herself and him, she calls them all sorts of stuff. So she doesn't like people who are real in her life to tell her the truth. Yeah. She likes she likes the shit to be sugar coated for her. She doesn't like real when people come out and tell her like, this is what's going on, you know, but we still here for you. Because you see people in her comments that say that. And she'll still come after them like, oh, you bald-headed bitch. Like, all I said was that I'm here for you regardless. Like, she doesn't like anyone to actually give her the real of what's going on. And a type of person like that, there is nothing that you could do for them.
No, live by damn self.
Yeah, there's nothing
you
can
do. Live in your torture chamber with Carl, because he is such a con.
He is. So he is. He's a manipulator.
I am anti that relationship.
I am. It's toxic, like she said. He is not.
Divorce, sis. I don't care if it was her sixth one, her third one.
Yeah, third one.
Third one. Oh well, you should pick carefully. Each subsequent. So your fourth one.
And so what? Just don't have no more babies.
Exactly. How many marriages Jennifer Lopez in by now?
Jennifer 6? Lopez. What was her name back in the day? Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
So whatever.
You're in good company.
You know.
Okay.
Yes, so marriage is supposed to be something that you stick with, but not if it's with a person who is horrible for you. And he is not good. He's not a good person.
And she was very, I think, astute to compare her marriage to sleeping next to the devil. Because when you're with someone you can't trust on that level, who manipulates, you go from slamming a door on you to kissing you. Like,
it's manipulation. And
that type of shit. I watch a lot of ID channel. I feel like someone like that will sit there and put antifreeze in your fucking iced tea.
They'll do a lot of things, or they will sit there. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of women have gone through that where they've been beaten in the head by someone, and then after a while that shit breaks you down, and you can see that Mo is all these women on their shows are broken down. Yes, to have your husband,
he could do things to her.
This is not even your man. This is not your boyfriend. This is your husband who you share a child with.
And cause her harm. I don't wish this on her, and I hope that I'm wrong. And then move that FaceTime bitch right in her house after her funeral.
You sure could.
Like, she needs to. You need good people around you. I don't care.
And
if
like
you're
she
Mo
said,
or
now that he's with her, this was his come up, and it is. This has been his come up because before we didn't know nothing about no Carl. He's been a fighter for years. Nobody knew about that.
Yeah.
So yes, you are his come up, and he knows that, and he still disrespects you. What does that say?
On TV.
What does that say?
So whatever he does in private,
that he still feels comfortable disrespecting you.
He couldn't even stop on TV.
Right. So that says a lot, and that relationship is horrible. And I hope they,
this is serious business.
She needs to be alone. She needs to be alone. She needs to be happy with herself, right? And find someone eventually who is there for her. So that's them. Lastly, we're going to talk about who these two opened up the episode. Yeah, Soulja Boy and Nia. So the episode opens from where it left last week of them having the argument at night and Soulja hopping up off the bed and pretty much almost tackling her. From what we see,
all my rappers went flying.
From what he see, he says he was trying to get the phone from her. And he was tussling. Like, you could see they were tussling in the bed, but you heard, like, when he ran up on her, you saw the fear in her when she started screaming. Like, you know that scream of, like, she felt fear. And I think when she screamed, that's when he kind of, like, held back a little bit. Because he knew.
Cameras.
Yeah, like, oh, shit. Like, that's what it was. Cameras and people. Because she was loud. So the other people heard, and everybody kind of rose out their bed, like, what's going on? And shout out to all the women, because they did come in there and they was ready. And I appreciate that, because that's how you're supposed to be.
I just want to take a minute to address all the people on social media who were saying, oh, she screamed like he fucking killed her.
Yes.
First of all, he had no right.
None.
Yeah, we were joking about how we put our hands on it. We're joking.
Right.
Adult people should not be touching other adult people.
Right, or attacking people.
Exactly. She's laid down in the bed. He doesn't feel threatened at all. And he ran after that girl like he was going to.
He ran up on her.
Who the fuck? So she was supposed to know when he said, who the fuck you think you're talking to, and charged at her. Like, oh, he's not going to do much. He's just going to try to reach my phone.
That's anybody. If you sitting down somewhere and some man, regardless of his size, because I saw people talking about that too, like as big as Nia is, it does not matter. He is still a man. And for you to be in a vulnerable state of a bed, that's a vulnerable place where you're laid down. You're not even in a stance to, control what's going on. And someone runs up on you in the middle of the night. What are you supposed to do?
He would have done more.
He would have.
If people were not around.
He would have, because she says this is a cycle that we go through at home. So Lord knows how far he takes it when there isn't someone to walk in that room, when there isn't someone to be like, come this way. Who knows how far he takes it when they're by themselves.
He's probably used to attacking her like that because he probably has a whack ass, fake ass entourage. Similar to Bow Wow and Kiyomi.
Yes.
He was attacking her in front of his friend.
Right.
And his friend knew to mind his fucking business.
Right. Or they kind of just stood like hold on. Right.
All right, hold on. Okay, whatever.
Until they didn't let it get too far, but they still pretty much did nothing. Nobody was like, "What you doing?" Like, calm down.
Yeah.
That's a female. Relax. Go over there.
All that yanking and all of that.
Yeah. Like, what is? No, there's no type of. No. She's still a woman, regardless of what anyone had to say about her, her looks, her this, her that. She didn't deserve to have nobody run up on her, nobody snatch her phone. That's a grown-ass fucking woman. What are you talking about grabbing her phone? That's her phone.
And then, him and Carl with this overly lovey-dovey shit.
After, like, he came, you pretty much attacked this girl the night before and then tried to get her to hug you and kiss you the next. Get out my face.
Because, you know, he's probably thinking of the times he actually snuffed her and they kissed. So it's like, come on, I didn't even hit you this time.
Right.
Kiss. You shouldn't be mad because we've had real fights. And that really wasn't a fight. So you mad at that?
Yeah,
come
like,
on,
you good? Hey, you good, baby? You baby, you good? You good? Like, no. That is a relationship.
The whole, see, I got the honey from my baby.
Yeah, I did this all for her. Like, don't. And you can see it on her face. She's just sitting there like.
That's what she does. Everything he does.
Yeah.
He could be like on fire, doing jumping jacks, ready to spit fire, and she just is like, yeah, nice.
Because she knows he's full of shit. And she knows he's going to do it again. And she's at a point of the same as Tiffany is broken. Nia is broken. You can tell she is well, at that time, she was very broken and tired because she said he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. And again, from personal experience, I have dealt with someone who is like that. 1 minute they're great, 1 minute they're down, 1 minute they're up, 1 minute they're down, 1 minute they feel like they can say some shit to you. The next minute they want to come back, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. After a while, the sorries don't mean shit anymore.
Yeah.
And since you're still a little bit, that you still have a little bit of something for them, you still deal with them, but now it's like, I don't trust you with me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, emotionally, I don't trust you with my feelings. I don't trust you, and it's uncomfortable. Even though there's a part of you that still wants to be around the person, it's an uncomfortable experience because you still are remembering all the shit that they still do and what they're going to do in the future because you know they haven't changed. And even the doctor asked her, well, have you changed? Like, she's like, you keep saying he hasn't changed. And she's like, well, did you change? Yes, I think Nia has changed. She's changed from being his doormat to finally being like, I'm kind of tired of it now. So I do feel like she's changed.
She's changed in a lot of ways. Before, she was much more upbeat and happy, thinner. So she put on, I think she's in a depression during the time of this filming.
Right.
You see, she gained the weight. I don't think she looks bad. I think she still looks great. But she
she's
gained
a
the
very
weight,
girl.
and she, her whole demeanor is like.
Yeah, I definitely think she's depressed.
Even when she's talking to the women, it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's depressed.
Yeah, she is.
And when you see her on Love and Hip Hop, when she was interacting with the other women on the show, she had more life. She was more upbeat and interesting. Now she's more just so like, you just want to be like, just take a nap, girl. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, and that was filming. When we saw her on there, that was like years ago. So you can imagine her going through years of this back and forth with him and his bullshit. So yeah, I definitely think we saw the ending at that time of her just being completely done, and rightfully so.
Yeah. Because
he definitely needs to go on his own and figure out himself and what it is, you know, how to be a man, pretty much, because he's still very much a child. So
the way you feel about Drew is the way, again, I feel about Soulja Boy. I cannot stand Soulja Boy. I'm disgusted by Carl.
Yeah.
Them two niggas.
I am.
Ew. Like, they should just be quarantined into, like, this is not what you want. Okay?
Yeah.
Ew. I just feel like I don't think they're complete trash. They need a lot of work. Carl, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's just a snake.
He is.
Soulja Boy, I feel like he is just an overgrown fucking brat.
He is.
Those tantrums.
He is
and I'm disgusted by them two on this show.
Yeah, most of the men's behavior on here has been kind of trifling. I'm not even gonna, pretend. A lot of them have, an exception of Sean, and that's it. Yeah,
we don't have any real like transgressions from Sean.
Yeah, no.
Unless he hides it well, which I doubt.
Yeah, he just seems, like he's been through a lot in life. He probably was maybe a jerk at some point to other females, and now he's found who he wants to, be real with. Yeah. And, you can appreciate that from, he's a grown man. You could tell he's evolved into a grown man.
Did his hoeing.
Right. You could tell at some point he was probably on what some of them other ones are on. And now he's kind of like, yeah, I'm grown. I'm over that. Yeah. Which at some point, man, you got to grow up. Some of these men are here.
And then just leave women out of it. Like,
leave people's daughters
Find
alone.
like-minded women who are slutting as well.
Exactly.
And everybody can just have one big orgy. Don't go get with fucking a church girl and drag her through the mud.
Right, and treat her like crap and break her down. Like, stop going out there seeking to hurt people. Like, stop doing that. So yeah, Soulja Boy and Nia, I'm glad they're not together. At this point now that we're down the line, since this was 2 years ago, he definitely has a lot of issues that he needs to work out on his own. But yeah, that pretty much was the whole episode. So I don't know how many more episodes they have left, but
I'm guessing it's 2. Next week they're showing some lie detector and they're saying
because we're at number 8, right? So it'll probably be 10 episodes.
There's some big ass revelation.
Ooh.
My spidey sense is telling me that this lie detector episode, I'm gonna call this gonna be that Fizz and Nia had sex. That's what I think is gonna happen because they're denying.
That's a good one.
So
I guess we'll see.
Maybe it'll be that, Carl cheated, but we already know that.
Yeah, we know
So
that.
they're like, oh, bombshell, revelation.
Gonna find out that
I think it's gonna be that Fizz and Nia had sex with each other.
That's a good
Which is
one.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
How shocking.
Well, we kind of already figured.
Yeah, come on.
So, join us again next week for episode 9. That's pretty much it for this one. Thanks again for joining us, NYC Chat Room with Tiffany and Lauren. See you guys later.